San Francisco 49ers. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Here come the Falcons, and at the helm, their starting quarterback since the day he was drafted back in 2008. Their all-time leading passer, Matt Ryan.
This past offseason was one where the Atlanta organization continued to build around their quarterback, Matt Ryan, because he can still throw the rock. Fifth in the NFL in passing yards last year with better than 4,400. He's a guy who knows how to get the ball to his guys on the perimeter and take care of it, even when he's under duress in the pocket. Sacked 48 times last year.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The ball carrier.
He was 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Pickup of 3. Brings up second.
Play action. Ryan. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
At the 46-yard line.
You had to figure they'd try and get the ball to Julio early, and they did it right there. And it doesn't take a degree from MIT to know that, so you had to figure, what's up with the defense? You should know that that's coming right away.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. Ryan looking deep for Julio. And he knocks.
Intended for Julio Jones.
He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Ryan going right back to Jones. This time the connection made. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones, 46 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And the Falcons score to cap it off.
Younghoe Koo to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this carries into the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. First time we get to see the 49ers offense behind their quarterback. Now in his 7th season as a pro from Eastern Illinois, it's Jimmy Garoppolo.
And there he is, the man known as Jimmy G, Jimmy Garoppolo, who I thought had a really nice year in 2019. So close to culminating with a Super Bowl title. Accurate with the football, completed nearly 70% of his passes, which was 4th best in the NFL. Nearly 4,000 yards through the air with a team that runs the ball with great efficiency. 27 touchdowns, but in the Super Bowl, didn't quite make the plays they needed down the stretch. But remember, some big wins last year. At New Orleans, at Seattle in Week 17, 2 playoff wins. He's continuing to develop as one of the better ascending players in the league.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the rookie Brandon Ayuk. 3rd down here. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
For the 49ers.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Now here come the Falcons again. Get set for their next offensive drive. Yeah, the Seattle Seahawks were their Week 1 opponent, Charles, and Seattle came into Atlanta, got the 38-25 victory. So now the Falcons coming off back-to-back losing seasons in 2020, not off to a promising start. But the offense was able to move the ball. I mean, Matt Ryan threw for 450 yards, the second highest total of his career, although I guess, CD, you could probably say that some of those came when they were down by multiple scores.
And that's how it works. You know, you end up having a team get out ahead of you. You have to throw the ball to cut the deficit. They did that to stay competitive, and they have a good quarterback in Matt Ryan and able to get that done. But this is a team that really played well down the stretch last year. They'd hoped that momentum would carry over. They've got to get it back in a hurry because they're 0-1, and they go on the road to take on a team that's 0-1. And the Dallas Cowboys, before Week 3 against Chicago, they need a win, and they need one in a big way.
It's caught. Jones. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Ryan's throw caught by Jones. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Defensively, they're going to have to do something about him in a hurry because that last catch puts him over the 100-yard mark. We haven't even hit the 2nd quarter yet.
And you did say they'd have to do it in a hurry. It has to be right now because as his confidence grows, it'll actually overwhelm the defense no matter what they do.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Take over 1st and 10.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Tackle made at the 21.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Complete to George Kittle. A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
A gain of 3 on the
10. Garoppolo. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And that is incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
19 yards. 1st down, 49ers.
Back to the running game with Mostert. Past the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big pickup of 38. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Throwing now is Garoppolo. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers.
Touchdown.
George Kittle. there to make the grab. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
So much of the 49ers' success last season was due to tight end George Kittle, the NFL's all-pro tight end in 2019. If you want to start a debate, ask the question, is he the best tight end in the game? Or is it Kansas City's Travis Kelce? Maybe they're 1A and 1B. In any event, Kittle had 107 catches last season, his second straight 1,000-yard season, and he's a threat anywhere on the field, especially as you get closer to the goal line.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
And now let's discuss Julio Jones. And he's racking up the yardage. You see the catch. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Ryan. That incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Pretty fortunate there. The interception that ended the last drive, and then boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call him to question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Younghoe Koo lining up.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20.
San Francisco coming back out here for this next drive. And the 49ers in week 1 taking the field for the first time since their loss in Super Bowl 54. Wound up taking it on the chin, falling 24-20 to Arizona. And we all know the troubles that Northern California, really all of California, has had with wildfires. This game was in danger, CD, maybe having to be postponed, but the smoky orange skies, they dissipated enough to get the game in. And the 49ers, though, they continue to have trouble with the Cardinals. Now, 9 losses in their last 11 meetings.
Yeah, and you know that preparation for that game had to be interrupted at different times, especially for San Francisco. There was talk about maybe moving the game to Arizona and then flipping that game back later to San Francisco. But bottom line, you just hit it. 9 out of the last 11. Arizona has beaten San Francisco, but even more importantly, they really improved in the offseason. So San Francisco knows they have a true rival now when they try to defend their division crown. And guess what? They go on the road the next 2 weeks. Both games in New York, the Jets and then the Giants in week 3. But I like what the Niners do. They go cross country, they play, and instead of flying all the way back, They go to a meeting place, and this time it's going to be in West Virginia at the Greenbrier. And if you haven't been to the Greenbrier, Brandon, you ought to go. What a great place for them to go, right? They'll go and get their training in before they play week 3 against the Giants. You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play in football.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Garoppolo finding Kendrick Bourne there. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. He's got a man complete. It's a gain of 34. First down now, but that clock rolling.
1st and 10 at the 40.
On first down, Ryan. Complete to Jones. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan able to connect with his top man, Julio Jones. And the Falcons have broken our tie. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Now we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo, and that will be incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work.
Now a hit and a loose football.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the receiving team.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
And that is incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it's second down. All right, CD, I want to fit in your preseason predictions here. This is now our 5th year together in the booth. Hard to believe time flies, but it's an annual tradition that you tell us how you think things are going to shape up in each conference. Let's start with your thoughts on the AFC.
All right, let's start in the East. I like the Bills. In the South, I like Indianapolis despite their loss on opening day. In the North, I like Baltimore, and out West, of course, I like Kansas City. For wild cards, I like the Chargers coming out of the West. I think that in the East, New England is going to get the nod. And then out of the North, I'm taking Pittsburgh. Remember, we got that extra team in the playoffs this year. And then when the playoffs break down, I do think it's going to come down to Baltimore and Kansas City in the AFC. And Baltimore, by a nose, goes to the Super Bowl.
And just to be different from you, I like your conference championship matchup. I'll take Mahomes and the Chiefs heading back to the Super Bowl yet again. His throw incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, but it'll be second down. All right, this gives us a chance, Charles, to go back to your playoff predictions. We covered the AFC. What do you see happening in the NFC?
All right, let's go with the division winners. Dallas in the East, Green Bay in the North.
Complete.
See, New Orleans in the South, and out West, San Francisco. Wild cards, I think two are come from out West. Arizona and Seattle. And the third wild card, I think it's going to come from the South, and Tampa Bay gets in. Now, I don't believe Tampa Bay's going to the Super Bowl. I think New Orleans.
Touchdown, 49ers. Dante Pettis, 50 yards. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The end result, 21 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside, he gets in there to bring him down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley, and he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Intercepted by the 49ers.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL especially when it comes to defending the pass. It's all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
The 49er ball.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 7 at the 16-yard line.
Once again, it's Mostert. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
He's brought down by Deion Jones. No gain on the play. 3-yard attempt.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Robbie Gould on for the field goal. A 33-yard attempt. And
in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
At their own 27-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now it's Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Ryan. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. And the touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Here's Richie James on the return. Now a hit and a loose football.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the receiving team.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They throw again on 2nd down. This one's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up third down.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Garoppolo now. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Ryan wants to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Hey, we're going to do what we do.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Garoppolo to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, 1st down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
That's not good enough, man.
And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to 3rd down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
To throw is Garoppolo. And a throw there going to be incomplete. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, They might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Now Jones. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Stand 10 at their own 27-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Well,
this is taken in. It's complete.
That's good.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. So line of scrimmage still with 39 on 2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
Down to a knee goes Garoppolo, and that ought to do it.
They win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Steven Gostkowski set to kick off.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Here comes Grant on the return. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42.
And 6 at the 42-yard line.
Now the first throw in overtime for Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. Excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Uncorks one for Davis. Oh, so close but incomplete. Could have been a big turnover in overtime if he'd held on. Instead, though, it's 4th down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
48-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 35. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run with Howard. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 26.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. On first down, they run with Howard. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Malcolm Butler on the tackle.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Fitzpatrick will hand this to Howard. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And he got it! The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
That'll do it for us.